Hey everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Loves Nails. Welcome to my channel. Yes, this is the 4th video that I'm using this intro and outro for because I'm making the most out of this outfit. Thank you very much.
So keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do this all night.
So today's video is for the newest collection from Orly. This is their spring release called Hopeless Romantic. Alright, so when I saw spoilers for this collection like a while ago, Orly had sent me some, I was real excited. We have a mixture of colors and finishes, which I personally appreciate, and I don't feel like this is like a typical spring release, which are always my favorite types of spring releases. So Orly did send me these in PR, however, I also do purchase the Orly Color Pass. If you subscribe to Orly Color Pass, this collection also comes with Orly's new peel-off base coat as well as a detail brush. I did alternate between using the Orly peel-off base coat and my normal Heather's Hughes First Base coat for my swatches. I'll talk more on the peel-off base coat at the end of the video. So before we get into the zoo, I do want to mention, if you are new around here, hi there, I am Nicole. It is wonderful to meet you and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Do consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy nail polish related content. I upload every single week on Tuesdays and Saturdays, featuring a mixture of indie, mainstream, as well as boutique nail polish brands. I also go live every Sunday. If you are in fact a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you doing? Just how's everyone's week going? So back to the video. So we have 6 polishes to share from Orly. As always, down in the description box, I'll have links to where you can purchase these, links to the Orly website, their social media pages, my social media pages, plus a link to my blog post on NicoleLovesNails.com where I host all of my swatch photos. Also down in the description box, I have timestamps if you want to skip to a certain polish. You do you, I'm fine with it. Let's get into this video. First up, we have Check Yes or No. Orly describes this one as a medium purple creme. So this polish had a fantastic and buttery smooth formula. It self-leveled like a dream and applied just absolutely perfectly. So I would actually describe this one as more of like a pinky, orchidy kind of shade. It's like pink, but with like a drop of purple. I would not at all call this a medium purple. I was very surprised that I actually did like how this one looked on my nails. I didn't think that this was the kind of pinkish shade that I personally enjoy. I just honestly thought this color was really beautiful. So I'm trying something a little bit different for some natural light shots, which is you're seeing here. This was taken with my phone in my nail room with the curtains open. Let me know what you all think. And here is Stormy for good measure, because would it be a Nicole Loves Nails video without my cat? So I swatched Check Yes or No in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. Next up we have Meet Cutie. Orly describes this one as a light pink creme polish. This polish also had a fantastic formula. It was a little bit more crelly-like than the previous creme, but I would still call it, a creme finish. Because of that crelly-ish kind of behavior, you will want to build this one just to get a little bit more opacity. It was a little bit uneven, a little bit streaky on that first coat. Also, I would say that this is more of like a pink salmon-y kind of color. It's not coral, it's definitely pink. I would say this is one of my least favorite pinks. I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I was going to. Like, I didn't flat out hate it, which is what I thought I would when I saw it, but I didn't love it either. I do think this one is going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on your nail length and application. I needed 3 coats just to lessen all of the light spots that I was seeing, but I could definitely see more careful application and definitely shorter nails being good in 2 coats. Wanted just to compare this polish to some of the other pinks that I've swatched recently. I've never done a 3-way comparison before, so hopefully this works out okay. And here's everything side by side. No real dupes in my opinion. And now we have Oh Darling, and Orly describes this one as a raspberry creme polish.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This had a fantastic formula, but I would never, ever call this a raspberry color. This is a very classic red shade. It does have that crelly-like formula that reds often have. I was kind of surprised. I didn't hate this one. I always say this, but if you're new, I do not like red nail polish on me. It's not my thing. And so like I thought I was gonna flat out hate this one, but I would dare say that this is like a sexy red. Like I would never have called a red sexy, and then I got this one on my nails. I was like, oh, I see why some people call red polish sexy. Like it's a very nice color. I went back and forth on if I needed a 3rd coat for this one. I did end up adding a 3rd coat for my full hand swatches, but I did not notice a difference in the depth of color or opacity. So I do think it's gonna be a 2 coater. I have any issues with staining, but beware because this is very pigmented. And here is one more 3-way comparison. I don't think this is a particular particularly unique shade of red, but I have not swatched any reds exactly like it recently. Speaking of more unique shades, this one is called Opposites Attract. Orly describes it as a stunning purple with a surprising blue shimmer. This polish had a fantastic formula. I was shocked that they included this one. I knew I was going to love this one immediately, and I do love it a lot. Even though the base color is leaning a bit more of a warmer purple than I personally like, I feel like the blue shimmer cools it down significantly. And as you can see, this one is a bit more sheer, so you will want to build it up to get the most opacity. I was pleasantly surprised that I really did like how opaque it was on me in 2 coats, so my full hand swatches show this one in 2 coats. There are brush strokes aplenty, but they do settle down for the most part as the polish dries. This is not a shifty shimmer, and it does not give the polish a metallic look. Those 2 things, paired with the fact that this polish is not at all sheer, had me really enjoying this polish quite a bit. Swatch this one in 2 coats plus glossy top coat, and no issues on removal. Next up, we have Written in the Stars, which Orly describes as an icy blue shimmer. This one had a great but thinner formula. The polish had a tendency to run down the stem of the brush quite a bit. I didn't find that it made application difficult, but I do also think I went in for slightly thicker coats at first before I realized that it was just a bit more runny. Since this one starts off so sheer, I could see this one likely being a 3-coater on a lot of people. I found that in 2 coats I had very obvious visible nail line both on the clear part of my nail as well as on my natural nail, but I also think that if you don't mind that much sheerness, it's passable in 2 coats. Coverage was very even. I do think this one is more of like a sparkly metallic. It's not like the metallics that were in the winter release. I don't love it, but I do like it. I think it looks fairly nice. I feel like the base color makes me think of like a spring color, but the iciness makes it seem very wintry. Polish isn't textured, so removal is going to be very easy. However, it will be on the more messy side. And the final polish is called Serendipity. Orly describes this one as an iridescent shimmer. So as you can see here, this polish starts off very sheer. However, this is a very color shifty polish, so I am not mad at all that it is on the more sheer side. Built up really nicely for me in 3 coats. I don't remember why, but for some reason I only did 2 coats for the live swatch. I don't know what I was thinking. In my personal opinion, it's a 3-coater just to cover up any visible nail line. But the shimmer though, is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I still wish this was just a teeny tiny bit more opaque. Yes, I do, but I'm not mad that it's not opaque because we have a really beautiful shifty shimmer. That shifty shimmer does not dry untextured. It's not going to be difficult to remove. It will be a very messy removal, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So as I was saying at the beginning of this video, I was very excited to see that we weren't getting typical spring pastels with Orly's spring release. It's not my vibe. So for these colors, I really liked all of them. My standout top pick is definitely going to be Serendipity. It was color shifty. It was like a cool blue, so obviously I like this one a lot. But I found all the polishes to be really fantastic. There wasn't a bad one in the bunch. So back to the peel off base coat. So I have been playing around with that peel off base coat for my swatches. As far as wear time goes, I can't really speak on wear time because what wears well on me might not wear well on you. However, I have found that when I used it on my swatch hand even with my shorter nails, that I was able to go about and do things throughout the weekend and not pop any peelies. However, for disclosure, my swatch hand, even though my nails are shorter now, I do have on an overlay, so wear time is going to be different on over a gel overlay than on just strictly natural nails. But I am personally finding it working really well. I do want to note one thing I am finding is that it's very stringy. So you see, it's very, and now it's all on my carpet. But
a few moments later,
it's very stringy. Dry time seems to be pretty good. Usually for peel off base coats when swatching, I usually use Holo Taco's Peely Base, and I did do a test to see if it dries any faster or slower. I find for this one, you have to make sure to do thin coat or it's going to take a very long time to dry. When I did a thin coat, I did not have any issues with it taking a very long time to dry, but definitely make sure you do a very thin coat with this one, which in my experience is pretty typical for peel off base coats. I don't know ingredients on peel off base coats well enough to say whether this is a glue based one or more water based one. I am leaning towards water based, but I might be wrong. So I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. release. Like, are you planning on picking it? Have you already picked it up? You know the deal. Let me know, because I'm always curious what everyone else thinks. And also, if you tend to prefer typical spring releases, like, what do you think of this collection? Like, I'm curious for those of you who like that kind of thing. Like, what are your thoughts? So before we end today's video, I do want to give a very special shout out to my channel members. Besties, thank you all just so much for your love and support. I appreciate you all just so very much. Thank you. Your names are on the screen right now. If you would like to be a channel member, I will have a link for that in the description box. If not, that's fine too. Don't feel pressured. It's okay. Just, you know, subscribe, like the videos, comment, all the things, and we are solid. Thank you all so much for watching. I just hope everyone has a fantastic week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi. Oh, yeah. Hi. Hi. Are you a little rambunctious kitten? Is your little motor going? Hi. I'm not going to be able to clean if you're sitting on me. Okay, have fun. Have fun. What on earth are you doing to yourself? And you're showing everybody that booty. Like, we don't. We're not showing everybody the booty, remember? You little goofball. That's what you decided? You're gonna just sit right there? Oh, yeah. You like the cuddles, huh? Your little motor's going? Okay, guess you can take a nap there. I'll just sit here, I guess.